Well, the one distance I am interested in is the distance we can make away from the range. We can see that within this pullback area, what we've done is the appropriate counter trend move. Like the distance that we haven't made it is this distance. Very close to it. Now, another thing that's really intriguing about that, what I've just shown on the short term, is it's happening here. And it went down. And now we're doing this distance up potentially. So could we take this sideways distance that was longer than any, go down, up, and middle? The idea is that we could actually make an S wave around these people inside of this little weird consolidation. And I don't think it's wise to guess which direction it's going to start, but to assume that it's going to end like that. The entire day until 12 o'clock was a day that could seem bearish to a lot of people that didn't understand the final result. But anybody that shorted into today is, as of now, at a loss. But we are yet again meeting the trend. Could things change for them? Maybe from the distance that was appropriate. Because you want to know what's funny is we made this distance before. And that was the distance that we made here, the distance that we made at the bottom. And it's also the distance that we made here. But why on earth would we go beyond it then? What could the distance be that we want to go beyond it? Could it be that distance to make it even with the distance that we made on the bottom? That level up there, sure. You know what's funny is there's technically a risk reward ratio, a very small risk for a very large reward to make the same move that it made on this side of the channel from that distance away from the red zone. So how much risk does one have to take for a reward that's of 100 points or potentially more? Because you know these people, they just traded back to the target here, and look how much more it gave them. Do you know what trading back to here is? The 61. So at any given time, if anyone's ever bought the trend, right, and it's made a 61% retracement, would you lose your position? And let's say, what is the reality of making a 61% retracement from this big distance up here? Well, it would be the green zone. So that means that if we go all the way this distance past the red zone like we did the green zone, then anyone that bought on top of the green zone couldn't handle a 61% retracement, because that's all it would be. That's all it would be. I'm curious about that. Anybody that's bought from here and beyond isn't as respected as the people that bought from here and beyond. Typically, yeah, all of these highs down here are basically turning into B points where in the future there's a risk of us coming back to them, where I would say that they begin at the red zone. Ironically, it is a red zone and it's likely to be used as a support. The green zone as of now is the 61 though. Like we were estimating before, the 61 is inside of the green zone because we did make this distance so far. So that's another interesting factor that shines a light on that green zone also. In the event that we make a retracement to the green zone, it would be a 61% retracement.